everyone, and welcome back on this channel. Today we're gonna read some interesting dating story time, so I think we can begin. The first story. I have been talking to a man for the last 5 months who said he is in Dubai, in the army. Calls are prohibited, we only texted on WhatsApp. He didn't ask me for money, sent a few pictures, presented his family, daughter and son, but when I asked him to send me a voice recording, he got upset and ended things. My friend is saying that was a scam. Deep down inside, maybe I have the same feeling. Second story. So a while back I matched with this guy through Reddit. Things started casual, lots of flirty chats, nothing too serious. Eventually we decided to meet up in person. Our dates were honestly unconventional. Instead of dinner or coffee, we would sneak around for fun in random spots like clubs and even movie theater. The thrill of it was wild, and I thought we were both on the same page. But then, one day we got caught. It was super awkward. Staff noticed us in the theater, and the vibe just crashed instantly. Instead of laughing it off or checking if I was okay, he literally just left. No goodbye, no explanation, nothing. Just vanished. That was the end of it. No text after, no closure, just one of the weirdest, almost relationships I've had. All thanks to Reddit. Third story. This one is short, but it's quite funny. I was dating someone, and on the 4th date we went back to his house. We went to his room to take it from there. He immediately cannonballs his bed. This guy was also quite large and overweight. The bed broke, of course. I just stood there, flabbergasted. I may need to mention his age to add more context as to why this was even more bizarre. He is 46 years old. I told him I wasn't feeling well and left. Another story. This was many years ago. Lighthearted, but definitely ridiculous. Guy insisted on dinner at a specific buffalo wing place so he could choose the most promising combo of wing wraps and sauces to make his fart smell extra nasty for later. On purpose. Yes, that's a quote from the dinner table. He reiterated the sentiment when the wings arrived, gleefully saying, "These are gonna make my fart smell so bad." The waitress and I looked at each other silently. Many words were exchanged in that look. I honestly don't remember the guy's name or what he looked like, but I vividly remember this waitress because of this. The fart comments came out of nowhere, and it was perhaps one of the top 5 most awkward and silly moments of my life, but I hold no ill will. Perhaps there was a mental or health medical condition, general lack of social cue, grasping something or other going on. Could have been a kink, in which case definitely could have waited for that to be brought up privately rather than springing it on me and the server. But I hope he found the person that held the key to his fart. Heart. This is quite old, but it's, quite good. This is not lately, but last year I went on a date with a guy, and on the way to the date I had listened to a thing on the radio about a woman who was dating a married man for a year without knowing. So when I met this guy, after some chit-chat, there was a little silence, and I jokingly asked, "You are not married, are you?" He paused and said, "Not in the US." I thought he was joking. He was not joking though. It made for an awkward time because he had already ordered food, and I felt obligated to stay. Another story. I met this lady online. We had good chats through Messenger, then over the phone, and really hit it off. Then the first time we met in person, she talked the entire time, non-stop and super fast, and told me her life story, which included some very personal information. I could hardly get a word in, and something about her made me feel like the life energy being sucked out of me. It got to the point that I was completely exhausted and felt like I was going to pass out. And she just kept going, like she needed to download her life to me before time ran out. We eventually went our separate ways, but it was a couple of days before I recovered from the energy she drained out of me. Needless. Excuse me. Needless to say, I didn't see her again. This is the last one for this video, but I mean, I would say it's a cherry on top. Matched with a girl on Tinder. We met an ice cream place. She had neglected to tell me she was actually 15 years old. She also neglected to tell me she was pregnant. And there's also like the answer or like edit to it because people were quite confused. So he added like after that, I felt bad because she was like 8 months pregnant and she had told me her parents were assholes. I stayed with her and talked for a bit, but I made it very clear that we would not be meeting again. Another story. I once had a guy fake an emergency to leave the date. It was extremely obvious. And when later that night I asked what had gone wrong, he said that hanging out with you made me realize I like another girl better. It was devastating at that time, especially considering this was a guy that I had a crush on for years. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hopefully see you in the next video of mine. Thank you so much. And also, because this is the end of the video, I would really love to thank you guys because I've noticed that my 2 last videos, about the K-pop, they were like very popular. So this is like a huge thanks for you guys. And even though I am a very small channel and I can see the stats that you really like those 2 videos, so I will do similar videos in the future as well. However, I didn't even though the views and the numbers are great, I still try to be, more open, or I'm trying not to really create just, K-pop videos on this channel. So yeah, so I was thinking that I would be maybe like changing it from time to time. So I will be doing, like story times as well as some kind of like my story times, then some K-pop, and or maybe some kind of like challenges or tier lists, or maybe talking about some kind of like opinions of mine or doing something similar. So thank you so much, and again, hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.